Grain and noise both make an image less clean, but one often feels cinematic and the other feels distracting. Grain and noise both introduce randomness into an image, but they're structured very differently, and our brain responds to that difference immediately. Film grain comes from the physical structure of film. It's made of silver halide crystals that vary in size and distribution. These crystals respond to light in a continuous analog way. The important part is that grain has structure. It's random, but not chaotic. Grain clusters have texture that relate to exposure. Brighter areas often have finer grain, shadows have heavier grain, and the pattern changes smoothly over time. Because of this, grain feels connected to the image rather than layered on top of it. Digital noise comes with interference. It's caused by sensor read noise, thermal noise, amplification, and signal processing. When you raise ISO, you're amplifying both the signal and the errors in that signal. Noise is often uncorrelated. It doesn't cluster naturally. It doesn't always move smoothly from frame to frame. You often see noise crawl, flicker, or break into color speckles, especially in shadows. That instability is what makes noise feel unpleasant. One of the biggest differences in how grain and noise behave over time is motion. Film grain has temporal consistency. It dances, but rhythmically. Digital noise often changes erratically from frame to frame. Our brains interpret that instability as air rather than texture. That's why noise feels worse in motion than in stills. Grain is image dependent. It responds to light levels, contrast, and exposure. Noise is signal dependent. It responds to gain, heat, and electronics. Because grain is tied to the image itself, we perceive it as part of the scene. Because noise is tied to the camera, we perceive it as a flaw. When filmmakers add grain in post, it's usually controlled. The grain has consistent size, density, and motion. It's often luminance-based, not chroma-based, and it's applied uniformly across frames. This kind of grain feels intentional and stable, even though it technically reduces clarity. Meanwhile, unshaped digital noise often feels accidental. This is why some images with grain feel rich, while clean digital images with noise feel cheap. It's not about resolution or sharpness, it's about how the texture behaves over time and how predictable it feels to the eye.